for flight Singapore Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
Sego ayam juga kucing. Ini pegang dulu. Paling aman lah.
Thank you, Ger.
Sama-sama.
Live chef. Halo, kembali lagi bersama saya Alvin Satriani di Podkestra. Kali ini Podkestra spesial sekali karena kita nggak di tempat seperti biasa, kita ada di Austria. Kita sekarang ada di Austria, kita ada di taman apa namanya?
Rainerstraße
Ini deket sama apa?
dekat sama Mozart University.
Kenapa kita ada di sini? Karena kita ikut acara namanya International Summer Academy. International Summer Academy itu tentang Masterclass. Kalau biasanya Summer Academy kan biasanya orkes gitu, tapi ini kalau yang di Mozarteum, ini yang bikin acara ini kampus dari namanya kampusnya Mozarteum. Kampus Mozarteum ini bikin International Summer Academy itu isinya Masterclass, hampir seluruh instrumen ada di situ ya. Dan itu dari bulan Juli sampai Agustus kayaknya. Sampai Agustus.
Pertengahan Agustus.
Pokoknya itu
3 periode.
acaranya 3 periode gitu. Jadi kalian bisa daftar di periode 1, 2, dan 3 gitu. Nah, kebetulan kita ini berangkat untuk mengikuti Masterclass ya guys ya.
Iya.
Di sini ada
Iqbal, Ibnu.
dan yang di balik kamera ada Ode yang ngatur video. Jadi kita berempat berangkat untuk ikut Masterclass di Mozarteum. Dan hari ini aku pengen nginterview tentang hasil Masterclass yang didapat sama si Iqbal dan Ibnu selama 2 minggu intens dengan profesor namanya siapa?
Alexander Gilman.
Oke, Alexander Gilman. Mungkin ada teman-teman yang belum tahu, bisa dijelasin nggak Alexander Gilman itu siapa?
Jadi Alexander Gilman itu violinis, guru musik juga di Royal Conservatory of Music di London. Terus dia punya grup namanya LGT juga. LGT itu apa, Bal? LGT yang soloist. Jadi Profesor Gilman ini dia di situ sebagai artistic directornya, juga sebagai pemainnya juga, dia main juga gitu. Di grup ini kayak sebuah komunitas solois muda gitu. Khususnya di instrumen string ya. Jadi karena formasinya itu ensemble string, grup ini terdiri dari para solois ini. Jadi mereka pasti nanti main solo satu sama lain gantian gitu. Dengan tujuan ini ya, dengan tujuan mempromosikan talenta-talenta muda yang ada di seluruh dunia. Anggotanya itu hampir dari 14 negara berbeda gitu.
Dan kebetulan kemarin mungkin hari kedua atau hari ketiga LGT main ya di Mozarteum. Jadi kita semua nonton LGT dan
buat opening Summer Academy-nya.
Ya, buat opening Summer Academy-nya di Mozarteum dan keren banget. Jadi aku pengen tanya ke kalian gimana rasanya bisa belajar langsung sama Mr. Gilman selama 2 minggu intens gitu. Rasanya kayak apa gitu.
Kalau menurutku worth it banget sih. Banyak banget masukan dari dia. Banyak dari segi teknik, segi phrasing, maksud dari lagu itu gimana, dikasih opsi gitu. Ini menurutmu make sense gak? Enak gak buat dipilih? Pilihan kayak gini cocok gak buat lagu ini? Bener-bener make sense banget sih menurutku, dia ngasih tahu gimana cara tangan kanannya lebih fleksibel gitu, dengan cara yang bagus banget sih menurutku pokoknya. Kebetulan aku udah lama gak praktek langsung sama guru ya. Udah lama karena aku lulus dari universitas yang dulu itu sekitar tahun 2019 lah terakhir udah nggak praktek gitu. Jadi sekitar 3 tahunan nggak praktek sama guru langsung. Nah ini aku harus mempersiapkan untuk ketemu profesor gitu, untuk belajar lagi.
Jadi sekali belajar langsung ketemu si Gilman ini.
Itu
Praktek
wow
langsung
sekali
ya.
buat saya ya. Yang paling aku dapat itu tentang teknik tangan kanan itu sih, membuka sekali.
Jadi aku juga beberapa kali aku masuk ke masterclass-nya mereka ya. Jadi aku lihat Mr. Gilman ini. Kalau aku runtut tuh emang ada hal-hal yang sebenarnya kita udah tahu, cuman diingetin lagi gitu ya. balik lagi hampir semuanya tuh harus emang dipikir secara logika gitu, teknik musikalnya gitu. Nah Gilman tuh mengingatkan itu semua gitu, untuk berpikir selalu seperti itu gitu. Dan asiknya Gilman juga dia selalu ada interaksi ya. Dia tanya kenapa kamu kayak gini, kenapa kamu kayak gini, kenapa kayak gini. Jadi dia nggak langsung ngajarin kayak gitu. Dua arah langsung. Aku lihat sih happy banget sih, senang banget soalnya. Bagus banget sih Mr. Gilman. Kalian inget nggak first impression Gilman ngelihat pertama kalian main yang pertama dikoreksi apa?
Kalau aku sih pertama kali lesson di hari pertama ya itu ya. Pertemuan pertama sama Gilman itu yang dia notice ke aku sih tentang phrasing ya.
For example, what is it's the first time that suddenly there's a hinge of calmness coming in, compared to what we had before. It's still, of course, a very stressful, but still you can feel it. Okay, the clouds are slowly disappearing, and there might be somewhere hint of a sunshine coming out. Yeah, but if you're destroying the soul. And the sun is here. Yeah, and then you can play the most lyrical melody you had so far, but you need to prepare it instead of being too long in this mad character. Yes, you need to change immediately the mask here.
Dan benar-benar detail dari segi teknik.
We should try when we choose fingerings. We should try to avoid as much as possible two things: string changes and shifts. Yeah. What is worse, shifts or string changes? If we have to choose one of those things, what do you think should we do? String changes or shifts?
Shift the F.
Most of the time I agree, but here you don't even have to choose between shift or string change, because you don't need those string changes. They make it squares. Try to say one. Better stay on one string than always make, especially as you're not using so much fingers and wrist yet to make a very smooth string connection. But even if you do, it's still audible. I would rather try to make a very smooth shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you do shifts where you don't need, where from the first to second position or second to third position, where you could just stretch the finger, and if you do a shift, you do a full 100% shift, and then you just miss the stop, you miss the position, and you're just drifting away too far. So make sure that you really, if you don't need to do a shift, if you don't do need to do a string change, try not to do this. Try as much as possible legato in the left hand, okay?
Tentang maksud lagunya itu, dia kayak bener-bener menjiwai banget sih, dia bener-bener tahu gitu lagunya mau dibawa kemana arahnya gitu.
So what do you think is the most important thing in this moment?
Make more drama.
What does it mean dramatic?
Because in this movement is piano is so hard, and then this have allegro tempo, and then character must be like dramatic.
Which it is dramatic. So what do you mean by the word dramatic? Are you talking about the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what kind? Okay, so let's forget the word dramatic. What kind of sound do you want here?
More clearly.
More clear?
Yeah.
So, okay, what would be the right approach to have a more clear sound, technical approach?
With the bow speed, and do not play with press nickel.
What do you mean by bow speed? Higher bow speeds? Lower bow speed?
So, for example, I play like I must to play like, and this is the wrong way. Like a pressure of bow.
Okay, but the first time you use full bow, the second time you use half bow.
Yeah.
What is the correct way, half bow or full bow? Let's start with the simple thing, how to divide the bow.
I prefer the half of bow because this is the tempo.
You prefer what?
Half of bow.
Half of bow? Okay.
Because this tempo is so fast.
But you play full bow always. You always played full bow. Yeah?
Yeah, this is my.
Oh, look, because Aziz, because I play once like you play.
Okay.
And there's constant huge bow and uncontrolled bow because the bow is long and so much different weights and it's impossible. But if you don't even think about half bow, but depending what kind of step you have and what intensity and on which string you are, to rotate the division of the bow, but you are already very stuck because you're always using the full bow. And then what you spoke about the dramatic result needs to be achieved, you know. There's you cannot immediately in the first bar have a dramatic sound and then keep it throughout the whole piece. No, it's always da 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 da. This da da is the dramatic highlight in this first. Then in the second verse, da 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 da. That's the even more drama, yeah. So the drama is not just okay. Here's drama. That's it, you know. It's always it comes, it goes, and it develops, and it gets more dramatic, like in life, you know. And the thing is, if you always just use the full amount of bow, there's no drama at all. There's just a very superficial, a very light, uncontrolled sound, which gets disappeared under the strum piano.
Terus dia nggak ngasih tahu sih, dia kayak menurutmu gimana kalau kamu main kayak gini, coba aku nyontohin dia. Jadi dia si Gilman itu nyontohin aku mainnya kayak gimana. Terus aku ngerasa oh iya ya kayaknya kurang hidup itu lagu. Terus langsung dia bilang kalau aku main kayak gini kamu setuju nggak, bisa dimengerti nggak gitu.
Ini karyamu apa by the way?
Violin sonata karyanya Kaisar Frank.
Kalau Iqbal, karya yang dimainkan apa?
Simfoni Espanyole judulnya. Itu karya dari Edward Lalo.
First impressionnya Gilman ke kamu waktu dia benar-benar pertama kali ngeliat kamu main biola tuh apa yang langsung dikoreksi sama
First impressionnya dia tuh, bosok banget. Kamu bodoh gitu. Enggak. Jujur hari pertama Masterclass itu aku nervous banget.
Iyalah pasti.
nervous. Jujur aja aku mengidolakan Mr. Gilman ini karena aku dari dulu emang udah nontonin LGT yang solois itu
dia, ya?
grupnya dia dari YouTube yang akhirnya aku bisa ketemu sendiri
langsung,
alhamdulillahnya
dan langsung
gitu.
diajarin langsung ya.
Langsung diajarin langsung. Hari pertama itu jujur aja aku mainnya bosok banget gitu. Aku menyadari gitu. Aku tidak memberikan
Human lah.
performa
Normal.
yang terbaik. Cuma dia bisa langsung mengerti apa yang terjadi sama aku gitu. Di balik kenervosanku dia nggak membahas tentang nervousnya, cuma langsung ke permasalahan yang aku punya gitu. Yaitu aku sendiri menyadari hal ini dan memang salah satu tujuanku ke sini adalah untuk mencari solusi tentang masalahku ini, yaitu relaksasi.
Kenyamanan waktu
bermain. Jadi pas aku main gitu,
tangan kanan naik.
tangan kanan kan harus rileks, pundak itu harus rileks, harus turun gini,
Harus kayak orang normal kayak gitu lah.
Orang normal lah gitu. Nah, aku pas main tuh naik gini.
Karena kebiasaannya emang seperti itu.
Iya, karena nggak ke kontrol, belum punya kontrol gitu.
Flexible. Only with fingers, flexible. Yeah? Is your shoulder down?
Yes, no.
Was it down now?
No. Either.
Upper arm down. It starts with the upper arm. One more time. Yeah. Now start less. And crescendo, accelerate the bow. Relax here. Only relax.
Loro.
Tiga ratus.
Dak gitu beneran diginiin. turun. Dan juga intinya masalahku itu aku sering banget kaku dari segi badannya.
But for example, 2 days ago you said that you feel tensed.
Yeah.
Do you still feel tensed? And if yes, where?
When I lost my control, I get.
Which places do you lose control? Is there a pattern when you lose control?
Every fast passage.
Every fast passage. Why do you think this is?
Why?
Why do you lose control in the fast passages?
Because I'm worried.
In the fast passages, because you need to do at least double fast all those motions you do in the right hand, and you still don't do this, and you need to make sure that the articulation between the right hand and the left hand is equally preparing the string changes, making sure that the small angles between the strings are there, and this is where you fall back to the old pattern, and it's where you lose the control.
Badannya kaku gitu, kayak banyak sakit. Akhirnya Mr. Gilman ini langsung ngasih tahu tanganmu mana yang sakit gitu. Kayak dia langsung nanya, aku bilang langsung dua-duanya gitu. Dua-duanya sakit, Pak.
Langsung dibahas kok bisa kayak gitu, kenapa gitu kan.
Langsung intinya dia langsung kayak menganalisa bentuk tubuhku, gimana aku main gitu, terus langsung nyoba mengkoreksi dan juga bereksplorasi dengan tubuhku ini gitu loh. Jadi dia coba kamu gerakin sini gitu. Dan itu
langsung terjawab ya?
Terjawab gitu loh. Maksudnya banyak hal baru yang baru aku tahu dan banyak juga hal-hal yang sebenarnya udah ada dari dulu tapi baru kita sadari sekarang gitu loh, karena ada penjelasan-penjelasan yang dia berikan secara runtut, secara make sense, secara pokoknya detail gitu loh.
Because my job is to make you feel comfortable, because only if you start feeling comfortable, you can start doing what you want. You agree? As long as you don't feel comfortable, I cannot ask you to achieve colors or phrasings. So my first goal is to make you feel more comfortable. So, what is uncomfortable for you? So, you think it's more the left or the right hand?
More the write particularly.
Okay, play one more time. What is exactly that mistake? What is the mistake?
Shifting.
Yeah, what's happening with your shiftings? What do we need to do? Now we will talk about something very interesting, one of my favorite subjects. How does shifting work? You analyze perfectly your problem, did it? Like hiccups. You're hitting and it's like really hiccups. How do we make shifts?
Yeah. Slide. Move it.
Slide. Okay. Do you slide? You do this, so it's slow motion. That's what you do. Subconsciously, because you know that you're lifting the first finger and that the open string will sound, you stop the bow. Yeah? And that's why the bow stops every time you have a shift. So, we need to learn that the finger slides, does not lift the string, and at the same time the bow constantly accelerates to avoid the possibility to stop. How do we slide?
I don't know.
Play for me one exercise. Exercise. Always half tone higher. So, two questions. A, are you safe in the intonation? Is the intonation good?
Not so good, but
Not so good.
yeah.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable when shifting? Do you have the feeling, I know exactly where the goal is?
Yeah.
Then why is it out of tune if you know where the goal is? So no, you don't know exactly where the goal is. You're a little bit always hoping for the tarada. You more or less know where to go. Do one more time. Relax the first finger, and it's tarada, rada, rada. That's what you do in the right hand. Relax your finger. On time. Okay. What did I do differently? Can you explain?
The movement
After what?
of the finger. Fingertip.
The knuckle. So as longer the as longer the shift becomes, as flatter the finger. What you do is, and that's exactly the sound quality you mentioned before. That we don't hear any shift in it. It's all I changed, the knuckle. You see what a huge difference it makes. And this is what you need to achieve here.
Yang sebenarnya aku juga melakukan itu gitu loh selama ini. Cuma kayak aduh nggak make sense bagiku gitu loh. Belum dapat penjelasan yang make sense gitu.
Soalnya nggak ada. Belakang kita gereja ya guys ya. Jadi ini kalau tiap jam ada kayak gini-gini lah. Mungkin ini ya Bal, apa namanya? Kan tadi kamu ngomong ada hal yang sebenarnya kamu udah pengen ngelawan gitu loh. Cuman mungkin nggak ada interaksi kayak kamu sekarang sama Gilman, jadi ngerti nggak sih?
Jadi ragu untuk
Jadi ragu. Waktu ada Gilman tuh dia kayak mengingatkan, menyadarkan gitu kalau misalnya harusnya kayak gini nggak sih? Menurutmu gimana gitu? Iya nggak sih?
Iya.
like a mad cow in a cage, trying to escape. It's you always, every bow stroke is extremely fast. What you do, you hit it, and then you think, you first speak and then you think, a little bit this direction. Instead of first making sure how you bite and how you develop the note, you first throw it out, and then it's already too late to do something. So stop this the whole time. Yes, I know if you have an audience which has if it's full of grandmothers and grandfathers who have absolutely no idea how to play, and they see this fast bow, they think, oh my God, there's a little Paganini on stage. I know it's very impressive, but we want to achieve a better quality of sound, and it's not helpful if you it's every bow hit like crazy, an ass kick every note. Yeah? One more time. And then legatissimo. You see? There are no accents, aren't there?
Jadi mungkin waktu itu kamu ragu karena kamu mungkin nggak punya teman diskus, atau ya mungkin ada cuman nggak sepro kayak Gilman ya. Jadi waktu Gilman ngasih tahu kayak gitu langsung ya emang make sense bener gitu ya.
Kenapa aku bisa yakin gitu loh. Ini penting juga kan sebagai untuk guru gitu, sebagai guru bisa meyakinkan, bisa memberi opsi gitu. Karena dia ngasih penjelasannya tuh dengan rinci gitu. Pendekatannya make sense banget.
How do we practice places like this? Okay, and then one day you wake up after practicing it slowly for many weeks, and then suddenly it works fast?
Slowly and get more faster.
How? So you will just play those 4 lines slowly, and then again you will start from beginning a little bit faster, and then again a little bit faster, and then one day you will wake up and you're Kavakos. We need to work out on every figure. So let me take 4 notes, take 8 notes. Practice them slowly, practice them all those rhythmical elements, but the very last stage, play them in tempo but in a loop, 10 times, 15 times. And while you're playing and repeating, analyze what the mistake is, and within during playing it, correct the mistakes. Play to me. And articulate. So, you cannot repeat it twice. So if you cannot repeat it twice, how the hell are you able to play it in concert with orchestra on a big stage, yeah? You don't know it well. So, you take... In a loop. That's the trick. Because practicing slowly is important at the very beginning to get to know the notes, and also realizing, okay, how is the finger falling, what's the angle, what's the articulation. That's done in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But then you need to learn how to coordinate left and right hand in tempo. And if you just play from here until here once in tempo and then here and have a million mistakes, you will never solve all the mistakes. That's why you take every puzzle out and practice it separately.
Jadi alhamdulillahnya aku udah nemu
Terjawab lah langsung.
ya apa yang akan aku lakukan selanjutnya gitu.
Jadi mungkin poin-poin itu yang terpenting ya dari semua masterclass. Final masterclassnya jadi selama 2 minggu, endingnya dikonserin gitu ya. Jadi ada beberapa murid masterclassnya itu dikonserin. Ada berapa kemarin ya?
Ada berapa ya?
Belasan ya? 9. Ada 9 orang.
9 ya?
Ada 9 orang terus dikonserin gitu. Jadi ya asik banget. perasaannya gimana dari dari Indonesia sampai bisa konser di Mozarteum? Mozarteum itu one of the best
music school ya. Gimana ya perasaannya? Campur aduk sih sebenarnya. Kayak aku nggak pernah membayangkan, aku pribadi nggak pernah membayangkan bisa konser, bisa main gitu, bisa main musik sampai ke sini gitu, bisa main ditonton orang-orang
hebat semua ya.
Hebat. Ini kampungnya Mozart loh guys. Kampungnya Mozart. Salzburg. Seneng banget, bangga gitu. Punya perasaan bangga. Terus I'm trying my best lah.
Kesempatan ini soalnya susah ya untuk didapetin.
Ya, pastinya ya seneng banget sih.
Walaupun kamu konsernya main movement berapa ya?
Aku akhirnya main konser movement 3.
Padahal yang konsernya tuh di movement 2 ya?
Ya, aku fokusnya ke movement 2, soalnya ya kompleks banget. Tapi ya nggak apa-apa, tetap aku kayak bangga, seneng banget. Nggak nyangka sih bisa main. Dilihat sama player-playernya LJT yang solois juga kan kita. Terus langsung banyak orang nonton juga.
Kena mental guys.
Kena mental.
Ya kena mental lebih tepat sih. Tapi ya kita berjuang ya pasti ada hasilnya gitu loh maksudnya ya.
Dan akhirnya juga Gilman juga senang kan sama achievement-nya yang kalian udah capai gitu kan. Kayak problem-problem yang awalnya Iqbal kurang apa gitu, akhirnya udah aman gitu, ya nggak?
Iya, penilaian Mr. Gilman terhadap aku itu katanya bisa cepet banget gitu, bisa cepet banget langsung switch dari yang tadinya gimana gitu kaku, terus langsung langsung
waktu konser udah
konser bisa
udah oke.
Berjalan dengan lancar lah gitu. Terus sebelum konser juga Profesor Gilman menyampaikan bahwa intinya udah sikat aja gitu, sikat aja main, pokoknya nggak usah main aman. Dia bilang gitu, nggak usah main aman, kalian tetap mainin apa yang kita udah bahas, apa yang diskusikan di sini, terus nggak apa-apa salah, tapi tetap berkarakter gitu, mainnya ada karakternya gitu, daripada main aman tapi nggak berkarakter gitu.
Apa lagi? Kekuatan odong.
Ya pokoknya gitulah. Jadi si Gilman senang banget sama achievement kalian berdua. Akhirnya bisa hal yang kemarin jadi problem udah diselesaikan waktu di konser. Hasilnya di konser dan mantap. Jadi gimana ya, tinggal di Salzburg, terus deket sama kampus yang terkenal Mozarteum, terus deket sama tempat tinggal Mozart.
Iya.
Kita deket banget sama tempat tinggalnya Mozart, jadi tiap hari tuh musik. Jadi di dom dengerin orang seriosa, terus kalau jalan-jalan lihat orang pakai bawa case, wah musik banget gitu.
Semua musik lah.
Semua
kota musik banget.
Kota musik banget dan happy banget kita terus. Dan kebetulan juga acara festival ini juga bebarengan sama acara kotanya ya, Salzburg Festival. Salzburg Spesial. Jadi Spesial. Wah. Jadi bebarengan sama acara dari kota ini namanya Festival Salzburg gitu. Dan itu yang main keren-keren semua gitu. Orkestra besar, terus ensemble besar, dan itu keren banget. Dan kita alhamdulillahnya bebarengan. Jadi kita sempat nonton konser ya. Iya. Ada di konser di tiap titik-titik, banyak banget konser. Jadi menyenangkan banget ya. Bisa di sini di Salzburg. Ya pokoknya kayak gitu. Perjalanan Masterclass ini sangat-sangat menyenangkan, worth it banget, dan banyak orang yang daftar. Jadi kita daftar cuma untuk satu season doang. Satu period. Jadi cuma 2 minggu doang, dan ternyata banyak teman-teman yang lain. Kita juga banyak kenalan sama teman-teman luar juga ya. Dan orang Indo juga banyak juga yang ikut. Ada yang daftar langsung 3 period, jadi kayak sampai Agustus gitulah. Sampai Agustus tanggal 7, dari tanggal 10 berarti. Ya, dari tanggal 10 Juli sampai Agustus tanggal 7. Ya, jadi teman-teman kalau misalnya kalian punya uang kalau kalian punya uang harus ikut acara ini karena sangat-sangat menyenangkan. Jadi pematerinya udah pasti oke banget, terus kotanya indah banget, musikal banget, dan sangat-sangat menyenangkan lah. Jadi kalau kalian punya kesempatan harus datang ke sini. Dan ini tiap tahun ada ya. Tiap tahun ada, dan pematerinya ganti-ganti terus gitu. Terima kasih yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa untuk share videonya ke teman-teman kalian, biar teman-teman kalian makin tahu tentang informasi kayak gini. Subscribe juga jangan lupa. Dan ya, ada pesan dari Mr. Gilman untuk teman-teman violinis semua, terutama mungkin buat Iqbal dan Ibnu, tapi buat kalian juga bisa. Jadi ini pesan-pesan dari Prof. Gilman.
It's been really a pleasure working with both of you, and I do hope that I could help you. I could give you more knowledge how to conquer the instrument and how to improve. So you realize there are a lot of difficulties, there are a lot of detailed working, and this is the reason why we have to work for so many years to improve, to get better, and to practice every day to conquer those challenges. I think both of you showed lesson to lesson an improvement, which shows not only that you're passionate about it, but you also understood what I'm talking about. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Maybe I'm lying to myself, but I hope not. It seemed to be you guys understand. Also in concert, it was nice to see that you just didn't play the safe way and in your old way, but really tried to work this. And the most important message is really to focus on those little things. It's generally in life, the little things, those which matter, And if you continue working on those things, your own knowledge will grow and develop. You will understand, you will discover your own things which I was not able to tell you, or which is too early yet. And you constantly have to be on this searching path where you're just discovering things, and by this strengthening your foundation and gathering more control of the instrument. And that's the end game. The end game is really to have full control over the instrument. The end game is really to know how to play all the difficult passages, the difficult pieces, and how to express what you want to do. And I think you guys really made this possible. You guys really achieved this, working more and more, and that's the best thing I can recommend to you. No matter what what I say, what your teachers say, or what your family or friends say, that you find for yourself the correct path where you feel like, I'm comfortable, to me this is convincing, this is how I feel it, this is how I sing it, this is how I hear it, this is how I like it, and that you really stick to this. And if you feel somebody tells you something which is completely unnatural, don't automatically believe it, yes? Yeah. But re-ask, rethink, re-analyze. That's the most important thing, and not just thinking always, okay, I need to do what this person tells us. And that's what I also expect from me. I tell you a lot of things, but sometimes you guys ask, and then I explain, and then either it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. But this is up to you to decide. But most importantly, if it makes sense or not, you need to ask if it's comfortable, if you're really relaxed, if you're independent. And this was the main goal, to work with you and to show you what kind of level of playing there is with the correct setup of the body. And I do hope that you'll be able to pursue this goal and to continue building on that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Of course.